This is a long overdue video that I have been trying to get to, but I just haven't had the time to do it. So as requested, I'm just going to show you how far I've come with my makeup. I'm also going to insert some clips of pictures of me and just my makeup and how much it has evolved. Let's go ahead and get into it. I've already moisturized my face. I'm going to use a primer. It's hot outside and I'm very oily, so I found that the Smashbox Photo Finish has been a great primer when I'm out and about, and I know I'm going to be in the heat for a while, so I'm just going to rub that over my face. Now keep in mind, I'm still learning, okay? So some of the techniques and things that I do may not be what you're used to. Yeah, just keep that in mind. I'm gonna rub it in good, especially like in my T-zone areas where I get really oily, sweaty, shiny. It's just, yeah. Let's get that cleaned up. Let's get that rubbed in well. And I'm using y'all as my mirror, okay? So this is probably not the wisest choice, but hopefully it works. I do need to wash my makeup brushes. Before I do, I'm gonna go ahead and just put this look together. All right, so with my primer, I kind of switch it up a little bit. So sometimes I might use this flat brush, and then there are times where I might use like a fluffy brush like this, more dense. It just kind of helps me with coverage. And I'll try not to make this video so long, but it's hard when you're like talking through, and I just want to make sure that, you know, it makes sense what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. This look kind of crazy, I know. And yes, the foundation is definitely darker than my natural skin tone. However, I do that because, well, for one, I was in a rush and I grabbed the wrong foundation. And honestly, actually no, I think that they didn't have my foundation. So I just settled for this one. It is darker, but that's okay because concealer is going to help us kind of bring our natural color back. So, and I'm just patting in my foundation. I know. But I told you. I'm going to use concealer using Black Radiance, and I'm going to actually normally, well, let me do it the right way. So normally I'll do like a shade about 2 shades lighter. This is Black Radiance number 1320499, and then this one is 1320497. So I use the one that's a little bit closer to my skin tone. I'll use that first. You see the difference? Well, don't see the difference yet, but yeah, you see, it's not too bright. And I just kind of place it under my eye. I think I put a little too much. And my chin area, my forehead. This is key. We gotta let it sit and dry so that we can have full coverage. Usually I'm in a rush and I'm like trying to hurry up and blend it in, but I noticed that it's very patchy and it's just not even coverage and it's not full coverage. And then I feel like because it's still wet, the concealer just kind of gets everywhere, and it's not giving me the dimensions that I want to see on my face. So we're going to just let this sit and we're going to move on to something else. So I'm just going to go ahead and start working on my eyes. A lot of these products that I'm using are from the beauty supply store, or I've gotten them off of Amazon. A lot of my products are, yeah, really drugstore. They're not high end, they're very affordable. And I just want you to know you can still achieve a nice makeup look and not have to break the bank. So Nika K is one of those brands that you'll find a lot in the beauty supply store. Yeah, as you can see, I've been going through it. For some reason, the applicator just has not been working for me, and actually both of them. See, this is what I've been kind of going through. You see that? I don't know what it is, but the applicator is just not working. So I kind of use this brush. Honestly, if you're just getting started with like sculpting your eyebrows, I would really suggest an angled brush. Okay, something like this. You want an angled brush. I'm gonna show you the difference. I'm used to sculpting my eyebrows, so I can just kind of use whatever brush. I'm okay with that. But if you're starting out and you're new to it, definitely get you an angled brush, and I'm gonna show you the difference, okay? So using our angled brush, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the product here. Well, it's really not a little, hold on. Look at me, see? I'm already starting. And I kind of have to do this at an angle just so that I can make sure that everything is done the way it should be. This is the hardest part because I don't have a mirror. You all are acting as my mirror. So I just hope that everything comes together. If not, we're gonna fix that. But yeah, you see, so we're gonna get our eyebrows in place. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of carve in my brows a little bit. I probably should have put on my light. Hold on, y'all, I'll be right back. I was tripping. I knew I should have had my light, but I figured because I'm sitting over here by the sun, where the sun hits, and it's still daylight, I was like, okay, this should work, but I think this is much better now. Okay, let's see, should I? Okay, is that much better now? Sorry, y'all. You would think I should know this by now, right? Wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and sculpt my eyebrow here. And it's okay if you're like out of line or something, because we're going to fix it with our concealer. I try to follow my natural brow. All right, now we can go in and sculpt. So probably don't put too much of the concealer on your brush, and if you do, just you can rub it in a little bit, because we're gonna use the same, I'm using the same color anyways, because I feel like the eyeshadow, it comes on better when I have like a lighter concealer. But I just want to show you with the angle brush, you see, it just makes it easier for you to carve out your eyebrows. Like it's really, yeah. And you're just following. You see that? You're just following the line. Let me show you with the other eye. I'm just gonna show you using this brush, the difference. Like you will definitely see the difference. And that's why it's better to use an angle brush. I just kind of put the product on there, because it really makes you kind of, you really have to like pay attention to the line and making sure that everything is in its place. We're going to buff out the concealer on our eyes. I just like to use a fluffy brush, which I'm going to go back in with eyeshadow, but I like to just pat it in and just kind of blend it in. No products on it, it's just I'm buffing out the concealer. So I'm taking that same brush. Normally how I do it is I'll start off dark in like the outer corner of my eye, and then I'll put it in like you know, a shimmer or like a white or a cream shade, and then I'll blend it out with like an orange or a purple, something, a color that like kind of goes with my skin tone. I don't know how to describe it. We can use this eyeshadow palette. I'll pick up eyeshadow palettes from like Marshalls, TJ Maxx, places like that. We're going to use this darker shade, and I'm just going to pat in. And as I'm patting it, but I'm also kind of like gently swiping it. So I'm patting in the color for pigment, but then I'm also kind of like trying to blend it in as well. You can see it shows up very pigmented. This is so hard trying to talk and record. I think I'm gonna go in with this like bronze kind of color. I'm gonna get up close and personal if you don't mind. I'm just gonna pack it onto my eyelid here. I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just kind of packing it and trying to get it in there smoothly and blend it in with my color I already have. I'm gonna take a clean, like fluffy brush and just kind of gently just kind of blend it in. Then I'm gonna get my like transition shade, and I'm using the Julie's palette. This thing is so old, it's dirty. Oh my goodness, it's embarrassing, girl. And this is why I can't be no professional, because I need to learn how to properly care for my makeup. A lot of times I'm just on the go and just rushing. So yeah, I'm just kind of blending that out a little bit. Now I'm going to take my brush. This it's like a buffing brush. I'm going to take that. Got this from the beauty supply store too. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend out the concealer. And I'm just going to raise it up. And I'm just pressing it into the skin. The eyeshadow that we used earlier to like kind of highlight our brow, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that underneath my eye. I do like a bright kind of under eye sometimes, not all the time. NYX Professional Makeup Buttermilk Bronzer. And I really haven't found a bronzer that like matches my skin tone. So when I found this, I was like, oh. And then when I applied it, I was like, oh, this is like a blush. Okay. Okay, there we go. I felt like my light was dimming. I don't know what was going on. Okay, wow, the lighting looks so much better. All right, so I'm just gonna place it like up here. Can you see that? And again, I'm just patting it in. I'm just patting it and fluffing it out. And I just kind of go around my cheekbone area and around my forehead area. Once everything gets settled in, it's gonna bring it all together. And it's like, if you're using very light concealer, this will help bring that color back if you feel like your complexion is just a little tad bit too light. This is going to bring you back some color. Normally I do put like concealer there. I just didn't do it today because sometimes I'm like, I go back and forth with putting the concealer there. I'm just making sure that it's not too bright and ashy looking. All right, so I think we're ready to go ahead and blend out our concealer. And we're gonna take whatever's left over on our bronzer brush. We're just gonna add that to the sides of our nose, just to kind of add some dimension there. If your skin is dry and you don't get as oily, you can use a pressed powder. So concealer, then pressed powder. because I'm very oily, I'm going to go in with a loose powder first, and then I'm gonna swipe the powder away with the pressed powder, okay? I have my cute little triangle sponge powder puff thing. I like to use Ben Nye's translucent powder in the color chestnut, but I don't know if I should do this because I just be trying things and hoping that it works out. I have used this, this is Nika K? I think this is Nika K too. NK powder, finishing powder. It's yellow. I've used that as well. And I like the way it looks. It is intimidating, but I'm just gonna use Ben Nye. Oh, I do have some Fashion Fair. I like using Fashion Fair too. I might just do my Fashion Fair, and it's a white powder. Okay, it's a white powder. And I do also enjoy using Airspun too, another like white powder. But you know what? I'll do it. I'm gonna go in with it. I'm gonna do it, and then I'll just kind of show you how I blend it out so that it don't look too crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and I like to go ahead and just put my little line. Don't be afraid to put some powder on, okay? If you are, just do a little bit at a time and then layer if you still feel like you need some more. But I do go in kind of heavy with my powder and making sure I don't want any movement on my face, like. And like I said, I'm very oily, so I'm just patting it in. For my jawline, I'm gonna use the Ben Nye. Now here, I do like to use that, and I'm gonna curve it where my lips are, so that way we can show those dimensions. And this way it's not too light. Oh, oh. Since I don't have like any contour, you see like the dark color of the foundation, that's what that is. Okay, so that's why, like I said, I like using the darker foundation because I can use it as like a contour as well. And like I said, if it gets too dark, you can just brighten it up with your concealer, and now you got like 2-in-1, a foundation and a contour. I don't let it sit for too long because I know it can start looking crazy, but it's looking good. So far, so good. I'm gonna probably end up going back in with my fluffy brush. That's usually what I do. I use my fluffy brush that I use to put on my blush / bronzer, and I use that to kind of wipe away the powder, and I wipe away the powder with my, oh no, okay, I bought a pressed powder that matches my shade a lot better, but this is a MAC one. This also can get the job done too, to get it finished. It's upstairs. I don't feel like going upstairs. I'm sorry. I ran upstairs for some other stuff. I had forgotten my lighting, everything else. So I'm like, I'm tired. And I'm not even wearing my watch to keep up with my steps. Cut me some slack, okay? Give me some grace. We're gonna just lightly feather that away. Now, I do kind of want to go back in with my blush because I feel like my blush is kind of, it's there, but I just want to just brighten it just a little bit, just a little bit. Lastly, I might put a little bit of like shimmer on my cheekbone area. I might do this brown one. Just set my face. So I have my setting spray by Maybelline. I have the Maybelline New York setting spray. This is the finishing spray. And then I have my setting spray. So I have a L'Oreal and then I have a Morphe. I feel like the L'Oreal keeps me secure. Morphe is good. I think what happened was I used a pressed powder then a loose powder when I set my concealer, and that's why I feel like my face was starting to get a little oily. So that's why if you're oily, make sure to use the loose powder then pressed powder. Just FYI. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, let me spray with the setting spray and then the fixing spray. That dry a little bit, set everything in place. Then we're gonna go in with our finishing spray. All right. One thing I love about the Morphe the Morphe finishing spray, or not the Morphe, I'm sorry. One thing I love about the L'Oreal finishing spray, you can spray so much and it's like it sprays on dry. Whereas like with the Morphe, if you spray too much, you will be dripping, okay? Trust me. Girl, I almost went blind. I was like, I can't see, trying to keep my makeup together, I gotta go. So just keep that in mind when you're using the fixing spray or a setting spray, either one. Just be mindful that it might be some dripping. And then during this part, I just go ahead and do my mascara. I normally leave this last because mascara gets everywhere, and if I were spraying my face, it would be mascara everywhere. So that's why I decided to just do that last. Forgot lip, and lip is gonna be very simple. Very simple. I got my brown pencil again from the resupply store. Okay, and I love for outline. I got me a little lip oil, Kiss lip oil. Very simple. All right, I'll be right back and bring everything together for you. See you in a bit. And like that, your look is complete. So please leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on this makeup look. Was it beginner friendly? Do you feel like you had some trouble following along? Please let me know, because I know that I have a lot of friends and family members who have reached out, and even some of my followers and subscribers who have asked me for a makeup tutorial. So I hope that this is what you were expecting. And as time goes on, it'll get better. But like I said, I do have some clips that I want to insert just to kind of show you the way my makeup has evolved over the years. This is years in the making. So this is not something that I just watched a video one night and then I miraculously got it. No, this is years in the making, and you'll see some of the clips that I show you that, yes, it's like, girl, I cannot believe you went outside looking like this, but I did because I wanted to start somewhere, and it wasn't perfection then, but in my mind at that time, I look good. So, you're gonna go through those stages. But nonetheless, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear your input. And yeah, I'm looking forward to making more videos, more long form content. I miss this because I have so much to say, and honey, we can sit here and talk all day, okay? Mind you, I'm talking to myself right now, but really I'm talking to you. But I guess I'm talking to myself until you respond to me in the comments. So make sure, please leave a comment down below. Even if you're just saying hi, please say something to your girl, so I know that I'm not talking to myself. But anyways, I'll see you all on the next video.